Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Sports Corner. It's now time for the highest-rated segment of this program, folks. It's called Pick'em. As always, I'm joined by Jonas Fortune, Lindsey Piccioni, and my new role model, Drew Beata. All right, let's get started now. First game, Xavier versus West Virginia. Now, Xavier has had some, all right wins against Georgia and Purdue, but West Virginia, with head coach Bob Huggins and the big man, Joe Alexander, have dominated Arizona and ruined my bracket by beating fellow Polishman Coach K and his Duke Blue Devils. Now, Lindsey, here's my question. Does the Huggy Bear Express keep rolling, or does Ohio's forgotten team Xavier get a quality W?
Well, listen, I know that WVU is definitely the hottest team probably right now in the tournament, I'd say. You guys agree?
I wouldn't want to play them right now.
So here's the thing. I have to go with Xavier, though, no matter what, because the scoring is so balanced. They have 3 players averaging 10 or more points a game. The other 2 players average 8 points a game. And they're so strong defensively, they'll definitely be able to shut down WVU from outside. So I have to go with Xavier on this one for sure.
Wrong. First off, when you look at this, they beat an overrated Duke team. Duke was overrated all year. They get the rankings
agree with that.
Because they're the Dukies. It all starts with the X-Men when you look at Drew Lavender. Lavender's back healthy now. Little known fact, Lavender, when he transferred out of Oklahoma, he was choosing between Kent State and Xavier. He went to Xavier. Think of the possibilities if he would have came here. It's going to be Xavier all the way in this one.
I'm taking Xavier too, and we know West Virginia's coached by none other than Bob Huggins. Bob Huggins is the man. His former team, Xavier, has 5 players with double-digit figures in points per game. I really just like their solid team. They've been playing very solid basketball throughout this tournament, throughout the season. I like Ohio's only hope for a national championship in college basketball. I think the Huggy Bears going down big time. Not big time. It'll be a close game.
Did any of you watch a Duke game? Anybody? Oh, my goodness. Lady, you're scaring us. Okay, all righty then. Well, this year's Cinderella team in the tournament has to be the Harley-Davidson Wildcats. Yes, I said Harley-Davidson. They beat Gonzaga and totally shut down Roy Hibbert and Georgetown. Now, they take on an underrated Wisconsin team who is ready to silence some critics. Now, Jonas, is Davidson a fluke, or they will shock the world and beat those pesky Badgers?
Davidson is definitely not a fluke, guys. That is one thing for sure.
Definitely.
When you're looking at this team, I mean, Wisconsin is just from top to bottom. I had the privilege of seeing Wisconsin play twice this weekend.
I think I said next to you.
Yeah,
Hey,
actually.
absolutely.
Wisconsin is the Miami of the Big Ten. It's the Miami of college basketball, the Miami of Ohio. And what I mean by that is they will make you work for 35 seconds on one end, make you work 35 seconds on the other, and they will really make you grind to get a win. Kansas State found that out the hard way, and I think Davidson, unfortunately, is going to find that out as well.
Absolutely, Jonas. Stephon Curry's offensive explosion could go down as legendary when this is all said and done, barring a win. But I think Bo Ryan and the Badgers are going to take this. Like you said, after seeing him twice in person, it's so hard to go against, and that defense is just phenomenal. They're not even the best defense in their bracket. That would be Kansas. But these guys with Butch and the rest of the guys, the big men down low, I think it's just going to be a fantastic game. And like we said, or like Frank Martin, Kansas State head coach Frank Martin said, when you're down by 10 to the Badgers, it's like being down 25 to another team.
You know what? They have excellent shooters. You guys already know how I feel about Curry. So they also have
He's so cute, right?
Great guard in Richards. He's averaging 8 assists per game right now, and he's a big threat offensively. I definitely think Davidson's going to be the Cinderella team this year. They might take it to the Final Four. I don't know.
I think the carriage is going back to a pumpkin, if you ask me. That's what I think.
Listen. Davidson shouldn't even be in the tournament right now. Give me a break. All right, and finally, Louisville takes on Tennessee. Now, the Volunteers got scared against Butler Saturday, and they played questionable defense all season. Now, Drew, here's my question. Do the Volunteers sketchy D catch up with them? Or does Louisville struggle like their football team last season? Man, they played bad.
Oh, Brian Brum, if you're watching, I apologize. Yeah. No, but like you said, questionable wins against American University and against Butler. You grind them out wins, that's what you have to do, excuse me, in March. But I do think Louisville, I'm going to take the Big East team over the SEC team anytime, especially when it comes down to this March Madness tournament, when it comes down to this point of the year. I'm taking Louisville all the way. Like I said, just the Big East team. It's a tougher team. They play a tougher schedule. They've had tough wins, and I like Louisville. Overrated Tennessee team.
No way. I completely disagree.
Overrated.
This is going to be a breakout game for Tennessee.
Okay.
Lofton is key in this game. I don't know what his deal is, but he's due. He's only averaged 7 points per game. I don't know what's going on with him, but he is great from outside. If he steps it up in this game, I think Tennessee will definitely get a win, and I think that Tennessee definitely has better athletes, so no doubt they can out-rebound the Cardinals in this one.
Does she even watch the same game
I
that
don't
we
think
do?
so. What's Lofton's first name? Do you know what? It's not Kenny. It's
Kenny's not going to come through.
Chris, thanks.
There you go. That'd
You know, when you look at this game, I'm going to have to go with Louisville in this game just because Louisville is so balanced. They play defense. They're good on offense. They have 4 players who score into the double digits, and it starts with David Padgett. You know, Tennessee, they had a great season. You got the great story with Bruce Pearl and all, but you know what? It's going to be Louisville in the end, guys.
I'm taking Louisville.
Just listen.
What do you got?
You both anger me. Xavier, they beat Purdue and Georgia.
Two of the hottest teams coming in the
Purdue.
tournament. Two of the hottest teams
Oh
coming
my
in the tournament.
Did you see that Duke game? Joe Alexander from
I did.
outside is solid.
You know what?
West Virginia
go West
slaughters them.
Virginia.
Not even close. Just folks, bad week. It was a bad week. Better picks next week. Sports Corner right back.
Good luck, Xavier.
Welcome back to Sports Corner. Now that the NCAA tournament is down to the Sweet 16, some of our brackets are doing better than others. Here's how our crew here at Sports Corner is doing on the Facebook bracket. Thanks
These
to
are
CBS.
according to Facebook,
Let's
so
check
you
these
know
out
it's
here.
true.
And now, James,
I'm not good. I don't want to talk
here
about
we
it.
go.
Oh, God.
Michelle and I, Michelle, the director of the show.
Michelle Teese, she's running
Michelle-
the video for this. Yes, Michelle, amazing.
Are 44.
How?
And notice how the pick'em panel was in the lower half, so you know they're always wrong.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
so the highest rating,
And
not going to
myself.
happen.
Rob Decker, our producer, is better. Dave Bachman, I think they should be doing the show next week. I'm
I just
ashamed
want to say
to
that
be
I
one of the
was
hosts on the show.
last year from Sports Corner. We all know that I beat everyone. So
You're just so happy about yourself, aren't you?
I'm just telling you how it is, and you always make fun of me. Just because you're from Pittsburgh, I'm from Cleveland.
Okay.
Well, that does it for this week's episode of Sports Corner. You can catch, You can catch us anytime online at youtube.com/sportscorner TV2 for this episodes and past episodes throughout the semester.
Also, next week, you will be in for a treat. Sports Corner will be going live next week, not for a half hour, but for a full hour, huge MLB preview, even though technically today was opening day. For James Buckley, for Don Sable, I'm James Buckley. See you later, folks.
I'm not.